the early game just kind of went horribly. I think the early game will be in their favor.
A little bit of credence to the idea that they may run into each other. If they do, it'll be in the upper bracket semifinals of the TI qualifier. We're going to start off with an early first blood. It's looking like onto Captain Kuro as Nigma, the Invoker. And then our bottom lane matchup is where the Animage is looking to be trying to farm up. No Tail. He's going to cop a bit of aggression here. Always kind of awkward when you're caught between your tier 1 and tier 2 with Battle Hunger on you. GH is going to actually die first. Mind Control could...
Just to do as he's done. It's similar to watching... Oh, hang on, mid.
Oh, pick up on Thompson. Tornado into Telekinesis. A good rotation.
Because then you effectively don't lose any HP if you're farming under that. And is he? No way.
He's really gunning for it here. With the creep wave hitting him, he can keep on chasing after Sumail. These range creeps and tower hits coming in. Sumail's going to get blocked in. Oh, no. Mind Control. Cold Feet is going to stun him very soon, but he needs a Culling Blade. No! Sumail gets out of vision just in time. The Culling Blade not able to come in. Mind Control misses out on a kill still, though. Maybe not. GH comes in, doesn't throw out the Fate Bolt onto the Medusa. Instead, hits Saksa with it. As Mind Control still trying to chase down heroes underneath this tower. Miracle is actually going to wrap in from behind with his earned pickup and find Sumail behind the tier 2 tower. Sumail knows he's dead, and No Tail very likely to follow him as Mind Control continues to chase him down. Miracle, oh, whiff on the tornado there. That's a little awkward. Okay, never mind.
No, that wasn't a whiff, Cap. He didn't miss. No Tail made a nice juke. Close. Unlucky, Miracle. Unlucky.
Dive in mid lane, Kuro. Oh, Thompson not going to make the commitment there. Use the Dissimulate to jump backwards. Does have another Astral Step, so he should be fine. Not a big deal. As, oh, never mind. Changes after him. Double Astral Step forward. Pulls Thompson back in. Thompson is just going to have to turn and try and hit a good enough Resonant Pulse to stay alive, but that... They're going to push back Miracle here in the mid lane to make sure that the Siege Creep does die. Oh, Resonant Pulse tried to catch the Void Spear and keep him inside of that EMP. They're actually going to go for this kill. Miracle, underneath the effects of the Ice Blast, may end up ticking out here. Is that going to be enough? God, it's going to be so close, but I think he's just going to be a bit shy. Oh, the last tick! Oh, no! Meanwhile, Mind Control trying to run down Sock.
They didn't really go for the idea that we were expecting. Great scout by Thompson.
Kuro, oh, jump forward. They do manage to get the call onto the Nyx Assassin, but still, Thompson already killing Kuro here and setting up to be able to get the kill onto Mind Control as well. Never.
Their side of the river.
Okay, well that courier certainly tells Mind Control what's about to happen, but he may not be able to dodge it. Spike Carapace hits the counter Helix and does a good amount of damage combined with Thompson, and they are able to get the kill on a...
You can see Seb also going for the maxed out W build, spamming it on his enemy.
EMP burning out Saksa, but at the same time, Miracle's going to cop a lot of damage, drop the goal, but Thompson actually dodging it with the Dissimulate, won't be able to dodge the call, but still, Miracle should be dying here to Sumail. Yeah, sure enough, the burst damage comes from Thompson. And Mind Control trying to chase down No Tail, really wants to be able to get this Culling Blade hit so he can get the movement speed, but he won't find it. Instead, he's going to be controlled up by the Brewmaster, and he's not going anywhere. Slowed down to a crawl with the maxed out Ice Vortex on Sumail. They're ready to be able to respond. Mind Control's going to jump forward immediately. The Manta is going to be popped. Ice Blast going out. Doesn't really hit onto much here. Mind Control is going to be frozen down. Meanwhile, Thompson's trying to go for the backline heroes, but GH stealing the Astral Step is going to be able to get away from Thompson. Thompson overcommitting himself now is going to be left behind as this assimilates, but it's not good enough. The damage over time is going to lead him to die. Just re-pushing down the mid lane. There's no reason to slow things down. They are going to be able to get the call pick off onto No Tail, looks like. Takes a little bit longer than expected, but ultimately the Culling Blade is there. OG.
That next item, whether it's Abyssal or Scotty, and OG, they're just going to push with a Brew Split ready. How do you stop them?
GH. See if he can jump away with the Astral Step. Another one? No. Thompson comes in with a huge amount of damage. Saksa also managed to get a Spike Carapace on that Astral Step hit.
Yep.
So
that was a double step.
Oh, jumping forward. They're going to try and blow up Thompson as quick as possible. It is not quite enough, but the Golem is there. They finally get him. The Culling Blade still in the back pocket of Mind Control if they can bring somebody else a little bit low, but Sumail is forcing them all back with the Stone Gaze. The two supports hitting inside. ILTW gets an opportunity to blow up Sumail. Bye-bye mana, bye-bye carry. OG just not expecting this resilient of Nigma underneath their tier 2 towers. Overstepping themselves a bit and losing a bit.
Well, I think primarily, but yeah, I am suddenly taking top net worth.
Jumping onto the Nyx. He managed to get off Spike Carapace though, so that actually stops the damage of the Sunstrike. He's still very likely to die unless Saksa, okay, he's not afraid at all, runs back in with the Vendetta. EMP, another round of Spike Carapace. They managed to catch Miracle here with Thompson, but he doesn't really have the backup of the shit ton of damage.
No force staffs. No force staffs on OG.
Oh, the call misses. Seb able to back away fast enough, and he can get off his ultimate mind control. His life is going to be forfeit here. Nigma, they're going to try and retreat, but Thompson's already taking advantage of this, trying to catch some of these heroes. Animage is hunting Thompson right now, but ILTW unable to spot him just yet. Miracle's going to get pulled back. ILTW trying to find a way into this one. The Cataclysm going out, not really doing a whole lot of damage here. Miracle dies to the Vendetta hit, and ILTW's realized.
Now has the Aghanims up, so they'll always have one ready.
Oh, and this could snowball. Mind control getting caught again. Saksa managed to find the opening here onto Nigma. They spot mind control trying to play around the... Oh, ILTW jumping in and immediately blowing up Thompson. Now the supports are low as well. Fortunately, the Storm Panda will get ILTW out of this fight, but the rest of Nigma can still catch up. The EMP Tornado catching Saksa here, but the turnaround, this Brewmaster's doing a lot of damage, but at the same time, Sumail is losing much of his mana here on his first life. Still, though, the damage being pumped out by him. The turnaround stolen from GH, managed to get the Brewmaster split, keeping himself alive and throwing some nice disables out. Saksa looks to be able to kill GH, though. 3 more seconds. Can he get away? He's going to turn back into Rubik form, though, and I think he's likely dead. He's not going to be able to find any sort of escape. Aghanim Scepter, Nyx Assassin. Do they actually know about this Aghanim Scepter? I'm not sure if they do. The call goes out from Mind Control, initiating onto Sumail, but he's got an Aegis. This is not a good jump for them, especially with the Nyx Assassin sitting forward like this. The Sunstrike Cataclysm doing a lot of damage, and that is going to be enough to manage to get the kill onto Saksa. Miracle's going to be up next, but Seb giving up on that chase. ILTW is able to blink away. The upheaval is slowing down most of OGs. They're not able to retreat quite as quickly as they would like to. And there is the Golem available if they want to keep going. At the same time, Seb does have another round of the Primal Split in just 10 seconds. You can see ILTW doesn't want to let them get away from this one, but at the same time, GH gets a little bit too far forward, caught by a nice ward placed by No Tail. Ice Blast coming in. The Animage is going to be caught by that one. Another blink away, though, and he should be just.
In Panda form.
Yeah.
Sumail's just going to push. Minute on Aegis, why not? Already with a Butterfly and no MKB in sight for the AM. MC, what?
Mind control, what? Blinking. Oh dear, what is going on with MC today? These blinks are not good at all. Thompson trying to go for the kill on a GH. Stolen Dissimulate will manage to get him out. A nice Fatal Bonds. Golem drop. Thompson's low. Can they get a little bit more damage onto him? ILTW blinks into the back line, spots him. One hit, and that's all it takes. ILTW is going to have to pop his Manta here. He can still go for No Tail if he wants to, but he's got to be careful of getting chain stuff up here. 1 more second until the blink. He's out. Before
he respawns, maybe quick cold
they
shower.
Just left Sumail. Ancient Apparition TP'd out, and nobody's really sticking by his side. The Nyx Assassin's going to go down. Beautiful Impale. And Miracle, he's actually going to die to this one. The Ice Blast coming in. ILTW blinks away just in time. 1 more second of disable, and ILTW would have also died.
Troubling, and Saksa plays his role perfectly. Great stun. And now OG. Oh, taunt.
Okay, this time to go, but the stun immediately coming out onto ILTW. That's going to save Sumail so much damage here. ILTW stone gazed up. He's hit by the Aghanim Scepter Mystic Snake, and that keeps him from being able to blink away. Mind control survives, but without a carry for 80 seconds.
Incredible combination off. I like what Thompson did there. He actually, on the last fight, he astral forward to share stun strike damage with Sumail, who had got called. You really just can't lose this if you just don't let your Deuce die.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
First
out, pop the Primal Split just to kind of ensure that Nigma does not feel good about taking this fight. The Ice Blast did hit the axe, so he's not going to be able to blink and initiate. GH is going to do it for him as he turns into the Primal Split. ILTW trying to burn out the mana of Sumail, does manage to do so and pulls him up with the Anima Void. You have to remember that this combination, this counter is available throughout the game, and they have to protect Sumail at all costs. And as soon as he's gone, the team fight's just done and dusted. ILTW and the rest of Nigma are just going to grab whatever heroes they can here. Seb, I think he got the Storm Panda. As long as one of the pandas gets out, he should be okay. And it looks like it's going to be the Fire Panda.
Team Nigma. I think it must be Team Jacob because these guys are the most feaster
what?
fan.
He
Oh,
didn't
what?
hit the button. I told you, Kyle. I told you. I've seen so many people do this. They don't hit the button. You have to hit. Second there. That was a hefty amount of damage that just came out, Kyle. Jumping in.
Another
Immediately he got cold snapped, and now Sumail is not going to be able to. Oh, telekinesis. Never mind. The Mana Void comes in from ILTW, and then Medusa just falls. I thought he was going to be able to get off Stone Gaze, but no.
Me
Couldn't
too.
get anything off there. He's going to go ahead and just come right back here. Soxa and Thompson are going to have to hold out this team fight. They do manage to bring down ILTW once, but a second time unlikely, as the rest of OG are running for the hills right now. You can see Thompson is actually already looking to cut the creep wave. He knows they've got a stall for
75 int or split shot uses modifiers. Both would be ideal, but they're going to take this fight without it, Cap.
Pump fake a couple times. Impale not going off. They're going to go for the call now. Jumping onto Sumail. Force snap trying to get him a little bit of distance. He does get some mana back, but it's not enough. ILTW does far too much damage as he just rips through the Medusa again and again. He has to be a little bit scared of Thompson with this buyback.
And unfortunately was seen under a sentry ward. Nigma now, they know for sure it's 4-on-5. If Medusa has no buyback,
Are you
neither
seeing
does
his
Seb.
Alacrity Invoker? You can hardly see him do his attack. He's attacking so damn fast. Alacrity Animage will take game number 1 as OG. I mean, they're wrestling for control of this game for a solid 20 minutes. They were ahead. They had a
Means that we don't have to ever defend a tower because we're the aggressors. And that's kind of OG's response. It's
an incredible attack animation for the Hoodwink.
You mean the projectile? I would say the animation is not great, but I will agree that the projectile is super fast. Oh, the bushwhack into the arrow. What? That was
sick.
nasty. A bottom lane, they're going to try and chase down Sumail. The Timber Chain does finish him off. No tail, just shy of having. You get over 1K net worth in the first 5 minutes, usually says bad things are happening, but Nigma does have a chance to be able to respond. The call goes out first though, and Seb managed to bring down GH with the help of Soxa and might be able to escape. Never mind, that is a then still looking for a bit of aggression. Thompson hiding in the trees, waiting for an opportunity, gets off the bushwhack onto ILTW with the arrow follow-up as well as the sharpshooter. He's trying to bounce back to the other side of the trees, almost killing ILTW. Not quite enough with the nuke coming in from the Oracle. Soxa trying to run away from GH. GH finds him in the trees, but the bushwhack. Wait, what? Run down as the axe right now. Tornado not quite clipping No Tail, and looks like they may be running a bit shy of damage. Thompson putting himself forward. Nice two-man bushwhack into the call as well. A huge wombo combo from OG that should have got 2 kills, and he does. Sharpshooter on point. Miracle dies. This Luna looping around.
This might help. Oh, no.
The tornado missing on Thompson. The Moonlight Channel might just be able to help him live. They do have a stomp going off. Has actually hit him. They're going to start backing away here as they have been broken apart. Seb missing the call, but it doesn't matter. They're going to get the kill on the GH.
Man.
So do have the vision of the Luna. They want to be able to kill her first. The call goes off successfully. The arrow to be able to follow it up. They do have the TPs coming in, but they're not going to be able to save this carry fast enough. Culling Blade goes down, but he can't actually run away here. Trying to be saved by the Oracle, but denied by a tornado. No, he gets off the false promise anyway. Seb will have a chance to be able to get away. Meanwhile, Soxa and Sumail returning fire, putting damage on a GH from behind. Hoodwink shows up, catching Miracle. He dies. Kuro left for last as Mind Control looks to be able. Oh, he missed all those trees, and you missed. Mind Control is now going to die as a result of that. Ward, rather, but that's fine. As long as they still have enough control to be able to win this fight. Thompson scurrying through the trees, does manage to land a nice bushwhack. The arrow, Soxa trying to find the opening, but it's not needed. The sharpshooter does enough damage to be able to bring down Miracle. And now, without their mid laner, another bushwhack. Thompson lands a beauty onto 2. The rest of the team having a hard time getting into this back line. ILTW managed to get off the Eclipse, though. Turning around onto Soxa, but the arrow goes out. ILTW goes down. Kuro's gonna fall right after him. Enigma losing ground here as Mind Control and GH are looking to be able to hold around this tier 2 tower. Thompson Thompson gets low, the pure damage, the Chakram pullback is just enough to be able to kill the Hoodwink. Now Mind Control pushes forward. He may have lost this team fight, or Nigma may have lost this team fight, but he is trying to rectify things. But a turnaround, Seb managed to get the call onto GH, leading into the air once again. Mind Control putting out the damage, but he's having a hard time being able to burst down this axe and now has to run away from the rest of OG. As they look to pursue, turn around, going for the axe. Not quite good enough. Mind Control, Seb dancing around the opposing off.
It's scary for them to even make this. They're just blind, charging forwards with nothing but hope in their hearts.
Yeah, they're gonna lay out a ward now. Spotting Thompson, this would be a really good kill to have. He doesn't have BKB, but at the same time, the False Promise is ready to go from No Tail if needed. The call does manage to grab the Timber Saw, but not much more than that. ILTW charging forward with the Eclipse, trying to push out the damage. Thompson lands the hit onto Miracle. He killed him with the Sharpshooter. False Promise saves him, and now with that double damage, he's gonna lay in some damage onto the Timber Saw. They're going to catch up to ILTW, who gets called and pulled into the tier 1 tower radius, and he's got nothing to do but hit the tier 1. He kills the tower, but does die in the process. And Thompson, actually. Thompson's not afraid one bit, apparently.
They got Cheese. They've got Aegis. They got a Scotty on Sumail. Like, how does, like, forget the base. They're hiding under tier 4s.
Yeah, seriously. Thompson's damaged by quite a lot when he's throwing out these acorn shots. Another sharpshooter. This one whiffing a bit. He does get Yule Sceptered here. No Tail is here to be able to get the save and a call from Seb. A 3-man call that demolishes Nigma, and the rest of their allies will fall as well. That's a team wipe. They've got Kuro to buy back, but nobody really else left. GG is called. We are going to a game 3 between the two TI9 finalists.
I love it, Cap. I love it. This is the first smile I've seen out of the Flower Boy in some time. He had promised not to cut his hair until he got a win, but okay, he didn't really say that. I'm just...
Gentlemen,
Yeah.
are you done conferring amongst each other?
Yeah, I was just...
That was not by my choice.
Yeah.
He told me to stop saying baby boy.
I politely asked him.
It was not...
Take a move towards top, but went mid instead.
This pure damage of ILTW is actually doing a good amount of work against Timbersaw. I thought this would be better for Timber than it actually is, but he's having a hard time running down. They actually are going to be able to get the kill. ILTW gets a spin off just at the... Yeah, I think he just walked at him and probably whirling deathed him twice. He probably just kept running at him. Sumail, oh, he was greedy and coming back to lane like that. Mind Control's going to punish that greed and does manage to stay alive. Sox coming back in, though. Mind Control, if he shows up at the wrong time, oh no, a missed Burrow Strike directly into the Shadow Poison. It increases spell damage, not magic damage, so it means Timbersaw will actually do a lot more, even though a lot of his is pure damage. So they're going to be able to, cutting down the tree, but it still doesn't matter. That's going to be enough to be able to kill the Undying. They threw out the arena. They do have this Mars getting a little bit low, but at the same time, Miracle's looking to be able to kill Soxa. Disruption bought a little bit of time, but eventually he comes back and dies. ILTW looking for the chop, does manage to get it onto No Tail, uses that movement speed to try and run away. Once again, the Chakram cutting down the tree. The Thompson was looking to be able to connect with a bushwhack. Now he's going to be pulled back, but they got to be careful of this double damage. Miracle's low on mana. Miracle is going to get run down. Miracle totally underestimated. EI qualifiers within spitting distance here. Thompson is going to be caught by a Burrow Strike epicenter. No Tail tries to create some space for him, but only does more harm than good as the Splinter Blast helps to kill Thompson. No Tail being run down by ILTW right now. Spear that is going to whiff. Seb running some interception here, but at the same time, No Tail does manage to get grabbed. The Miracle's going to make the long jump over to be able to finish off that support. Sumail is here, but a Winter's Curse is going to be able to stop his damage. Mind Control resetting up. 2-man Burrow Strike. Beautifully done by Nigma as they respond to OG's aggression with a bit of moves from their own. Now looking to be able to run down Soxa next as Miracle has just enough mana to put a few more hits of damage on him to him. ILTW not even needing the Culling Blade. GH keeping himself alive with the Cold Embrace. Meanwhile, can he get away? Seb's got the mana. He's going to go for a TP out for the Chakram pullback, and one punch is enough for Seb to claim the double kill. Back over to Miracle, who has no mana.
He's still here.
He's not getting out of here. He tried to TP and got caught.
Doing some significant deforestation. Will not want to fight in that area anytime soon.
Yeah, and he's out of mana now. Thompson, nice use of the sharpshooter to get himself over the cliff there. If he had tried to go around that hump and down the ramp, he likely would have died and may still die. In fact, Kuro's going to be able to hit that one punch that slows him down so much. No tail, beautiful positioning of the arena here, locking out two heroes and pinning in. Mind control to the walls, but Miracle still able to catch up. Not quite enough as he's stuck inside the winner's curse. Disruption, can Thompson get away? No, denied by the Burrow Strike from Mind Control. It will cost him his life though. Miracle running a bit low on mana. Needs to be able to jump away. He's got the Purge on him. Does he have enough HP to be able to survive TP out? They just need a little bit more. The spear runs him over. No tail with the big moves on the 5 position. Mars is helping OG win this game. OG as they go for a 3-man smoke up behind Seb and his aggressive posturing. They have the Aghanim Scepter done on the Medusa. This is why they're either going to find a pick-off and do Roshan, and if the pick-off doesn't present itself, they're going to try for Roshan by itself. But Nigma are wise to this maneuver. A 4-man smoke from them. Going to go around Seb's Timbersaw. ILTW with the smoke breaking. Doesn't immediately jump forward. Ket jumps now, but he doesn't catch anything. Dorina going out, but a beautiful Burrow Strike in from Mind Control delays so much. Miracle, oh, the bushwhack catching Miracle, but he's still going to be okay. Jumps onto Saksa, not going to be good enough. The Tombstone being dealt with during that Stone Gaze. Still trying to go for the Shadow Demon, but Miracle has used everything he has to be able to get that kill. And now the rest of OG have to be able to operate without that hero playing out. ILTW being chased down by Seb. Boomerang on him. Look for the damage from Seb as soon as they catch up.
Oh, back in!
Boy, what? He blinked back in to try and kill them. That would have been the ballsiest fucking play I'd ever seen. That Aghanim Scepter coming in. Viking GG. I mean, there's a lot of good teams.
Oh, Miracle? Oh, okay. Well,
I'm not quite sure what that was for No Tail, but a little bit of miss. Okay, still gets the snake, but there's no real follow-up to it. Seb is just in right now, and maybe he's overextended himself. They're gonna jump onto him, throw out the magic damage. Disruption does help him for a second. Miracle's gotta be careful. Winter's Curse going down. It's gonna be able to buy the Timbersaw a little bit of time to be able to work with here. The tomb is out. The zombies are building up, and Seb is not finding the trees to be able to connect to right now, but Samael is standing and putting out the damage. Thompson, though, not able to have the same kind of survivability. They are picking apart the cores of OG right now and ignoring the Medusa. Mind Control, 2-man Burrow Strike once again, finding these disables. No Tail putting ILTW down into low ground, but this is a one fight for Nigma. If anything, ILTW wants to be able to pursue these heroes as once again, a 2-man Burrow Strike from Mind Control. This guy has totally disrupted anything that OG wanted to do in that fight. Just beautiful.
Get in, you get a free Q off, and suddenly Miracle with an Aegis now. This is troubling.
Pulling him back in again, the Orchid. Oh, that Mystic Snake does a lot. Miracle doesn't have a way to be able to jump out of this. The first life of the Storm Spirit may be forfeit here, but never mind. Just a beautiful Winter's Curse from GH. Allows him to be able to keep the Aegis intact. Skills through the game, and the fact that Axe can build attack speed to make it so the pure damage comes out even more often, as we're going to watch Saksa here die. I believe this is a dieback from him as well, because he bought back in that last team fight. So he is going to be gone for a bit of time. Or maybe he already lost his dieback death timer. Miracle fighting into the Mars once again with this Orchid. He can pick apart the supports, and Samael, this Aghanim Scepter just doesn't really seem like the impact that he had on the Medusa before was just raw damage. That's Scotty, which he does not have because his courier died earlier. They're currently waiting on the ultimate orb. Miracle is actually going to go on to Seb here with the Orchid and the Burrow Strike. May not be enough damage though. The spear catching him, and Miracle does get caught by the Mystic Snake. Still alive though. No. Winter's Curse resetting the team fight. They're going to get the Tombstone out, and now comes the turn. Now comes the Burrow Strike, and they are chopping down OG members one by one, and none of them have buyback. Long range zip. The Aegis has expired, but it's just enough mana for him to be able to catch Thompson in the act of split pushing.
Even his deaths, like, he was helping his team win fights.
ILTW gonna be able to save his support here. Never mind, the spear goes down. Mind Control is able to at least land a Burrow Strike, and GH will survive. Cold embracing himself.
2 games of Medusa, 2 losses. Today, Sumail loses on Dusa, wins on Drow. Not much time to bring this one back.
Shiva's
once again.
spear goes out, but Miracle managed to dodge it and he goes straight for Saksa. Thankfully, the Eon Disc will manage to keep him alive, but another Winner's Curse going out. Disruption actually being able to save Thompson for a bit. When he comes back, though, he's just going to go straight into a two-man Burrow Strike again. Thompson falls to start the team fight, but Zeb does get some seriously good damage as Kuro is about to fall here. Another missed Timber Chain, though, as Miracle has cleaned up the back line, finishing off Saksa. Now he goes for the pull back, and look at this ILTW axe go. BKB and just runs at Heroes, finishes off Zeb with a Culling Blade. Next up is going to be No Tail, slowed down by the Shivas. Miracle's got that one. Zeb comes back with a buyback, trying to save Sumail here, but he doesn't have any disables. A beautiful Mystic Snake, though. Cold Embrace going out, saving Miracle for a time, but the other two are dangerously low. Miracle needs to be able to jump away right now. Does manage to kill the Mars first before he zips away, but right into the hands of Seb, who now looks to be able to run down Kuro. Nigma. They had this team fight won, but they underestimated OG as they turn around on the high ground and finish the fight.
With 8-9K less net worth, is actually dealing significantly more in the team fights. But LTW is chasing. They know Seb has no buyback.
Yeah, they're going to go for him. Burrow Strike forward, complete whiff there from Mind Control. Not able to grab anything, but ILTW with the call is going on to Sumail. The Manta Illusions are spinning Sumail down to about half,
Miracle
but
again?
at the same time, Miracle got speared in. They caught him. ILTW is trying to stay on top of Thompson right now, but Thompson is going to be able to bushwhack him over to the side. This time around, it's OG who win the start of the fight right away, and Nigma.
Miracle has no BKB, though.
They're going to go for him. They're going to go for the Simmersaw. They're actually going to try and burst him down. They just might be able to do. He's already down to half health. No Tail is going to be caught as well, dodging away from the bushwhack. Eulceptor going up, but No Tail almost falling. Disruption actually bails him out for a second there. No Tail is not dead just yet. Winter's Curse pulling him in onto Thompson. Thompson, though, they want to be able to go for Miracle. Miracle slowed down. He is out of mana. He's dead, gone for 2 minutes.
Buyback.
He just ran out of mana like that, and the rest of Nigma are going to be relatively easy to run down. Anybody who's still here, GH blinking away into the trees. He's desperately trying to cut the creep wave, which he does with the Splinter Blast as well.
And he's just dead.
They killed the creep wave. Backdoor protection should be coming up relatively soon, but the next creep wave is on its way. Nobody's there to be able to intercept. One lane of barracks gone.
They don't go.
Nigma.
They could go for Throne.
They could go for Throne, but they're choosing not to right now. No Tail does manage to find ILTW. The carry axe is not here. Thompson's going to be able to catch up to him. ILTW popping his BKB and TPing out. This makes it even harder now for OG to go for that Throne. As ability of Nigma to hold and defend, even without Miracle.
God, sometimes I wish I didn't have to cast Cap so I could just be a chatter in Twitch, because they must be having a ton of fun with this one, just like us. And oh my God, LTW.
Gotta be careful. The Soul Catcher, ILTW slowed down. The Cold Embrace is gonna be there, but at the same time, so is the Timber Saw. As soon as he comes back from that Winter's Curse, a Whirling Death is gonna do a big amount of hurt. There goes the Bushwhack, and he's dead. Our Sharpshooter through to the back line, hit the Winter Wyvern, but they're gonna go for Kuro first. Again, he dies to Whirling Death. It is too much damage with that level 25 talent. Mind Control is, I think he was trying to cut creep waves or something. He pops a BKB, but now he's slowed down to a crawl. Cold Embrace again, but at the same time, there's all this setup from OG. They do have Miracle back, and they do have 2 buybacks, but it's gonna be
a 4-on-5 fight for the game against Rapier. No curse.
Trying to hold on to ILTW's buyback. They see this Divine Rapier. GH, gotta be careful. Eon Disc does protect him. No Tail zoning out the heroes with the arena. But, oh, there's the Miracle Jump. Managed to grab 3 with the Undying Tombstone on top. Sumail, though, they've got to be careful of that damage. He's not dying anytime soon. ILTW does manage to get the call onto the Mars. The Throne, it's not being hit right now. Sumail is just being kited about. He has to be able to flicker himself out of here. As now he's being slowed down. Sox is down next. Kuro, he's catching up. Sumail's out of mana. Miracle's back and forth. He flickers over to the side. Sumail needs the help. Winter's Curse being put onto him, but they do manage to cut down the Undying. 2 dead. A call immediately afterwards from ILTW. They need to be able to kill this. Medusa is almost dead. Sumail, disruption save. He's caught by the Bushwhack. A shot goes out. Miracle. He's trying to stay alive, but the Divine Rapier is down, and that is it. He stays alive through all of that, does manage to go for the Throne now. Miracle, just a happy boy throwing out his AoE disables, but he cannot stop OG with all of those saves, keeping Sumail alive.
Yeah,